Anything. Yes.
What are your responsibilities?
What are my responsibilities?
You said you were on the board for
the committee?
Yeah.
Appropriations. So I serve on the appropriations committee. We do things in subcommittee because the budget is a huge bill, and it really represents government. Like, there's only one bill that needs to pass, and that's the budget bill. And it's how we keep the state government operating. And it's so big we have to divide it up. I'm on the education subcommittee. In that committee, there's 7 of us, and we write the budget for the House. It represents half of all the money that we allocate. We decide how much goes to Texas grants, goes to various universities through their funding formulas or their special items. We also allocate money for the foundation school program, which pays for our public schools, the health-related academic institutions, and the community college systems. The other committee I sit on is Ways and Means. That's the tax committee, and that committee is responsible for raising revenue, managing, overseeing our comptroller's office, and all the tax code, from property taxes to state taxes. I also serve on the redistricting committee. I'm the vice chair of that, and this year we're redrawing next. My focus is on our finances. I believe that is our biggest challenge, not just today, but every year as far as I can see in the future. Texas has always had a challenge in balancing its books, particularly with school finance, because we have such a large student population, a large state, but we're also a fast-growing state, and we're also a young state. And so we set aside somewhere around, in 2010, $25 billion for public education. That sounds like a lot. We have 4.5 million students, so it comes out to about 5,500. I think the greatest challenge we face is an inadequate tax system that is preventing us from making smart, strategic investments in our youth. And if we fail to overcome that challenge, we're going to not be able to reverse the trend that we're living through right now, which is we are increasingly a low-educated, low-income state. Very diverse, but increasingly low-educated.
What would you say is the best way for students to be effective at the Capitol this legislative session?
This legislative session, I think you should pick an issue or two, but be really focused on your agenda. And if you can, be in coalition with some other groups. I was told that you're working with Invest Texas, SMART, and I think that's exactly what you should be doing. It's about knocking on doors. It's about FaceTime, running into people, meeting with staff members. And don't feel bad if you can't grab time with the state legislator. We heavily rely on our staff, and so that's, there's power in numbers. That's the basic calculus of this. It's going to be really difficult. Let me explain a little bit about this. I have some charts. Sorry. I majored in economics. I minored in math. Before I went to Harvard, I deferred graduate studies for a year and worked at the Federal Reserve Board as a econometric program. So I love numbers. That's why I'm on these 2 committees, the budget committee and the tax committee. So we have a $27 billion shortfall. $27 billion. That's a big number, but you got to ask, so what's the denominator, right? 27, but how big is your budget? Our budget should be about, but for this deficit, about $99 billion. And so 27 billion of 99, it's about a 27% hole in our budget. That's a big number. 27% of all the dollars that we're counting before I get into that. So it's man-made. It's a structural problem with our finances. So if we balance this budget with pure cuts, we'll be back here in 2 years to make more cuts. I believe the structural deficit, and we're calling it in our office, because our job is about communications, we're calling it a permanent revenue shortfall. We think that is more clear than the structural revenue shortfall. So permanent revenue shortfall is explained by 2 reasons. Number one, look at this. This little bar, and you're kind of far away, but this little bar right here has a percentage on it. It says 5.6%. That represents how fast state revenue grew over the last 10 years. This big bar represents how fast state population grew, 18.8%. So the population grew 3 times faster than state revenue. That's not sustainable, right? I wish I had another bar in here, and that would be the growth of college enrollment in Texas. That would be up here, 42%. Whopping. It's huge. So how does that bar reconcile with this one? How do you make that work? Right? How do you question to you guys, how does the state government provide for higher education if the student population, entire state, for college students, grew 42% over the last 10 years, but state revenue only grew 5.6%? Does anybody know? Bing! Higher tuition, which grew since 03, 50%. That's how you make it work. And so this problem has a direct impact on students. And this is part of the explanation of why expenses are running faster than revenue. The other part truly was a policy decision. This graph is way too complicated. Okay, so in 2000, let me start with this story. In 2006, the Supreme Court was going to close our public schools because we were relying too much on property taxes. The state legislature said, oh, we got a bright idea. We're going to deliver a property tax cut, and we're going to pay for it with some state taxes. And so the beige bar is the property tax cut. The red bar represents the new business tax that we created to help pay for the property tax cut. We knew it wasn't going to pay for it 100%. And so the theory, the deliberate plan by my Republican colleagues was to underfund the property tax cut so they could shrink government. Well, they did that. The problem is that the business tax didn't perform as they thought, and so it's actually only raising the blue bar. And so today, $11 billion of our shortfall is permanent. And that is the big challenge. And so my advice to you guys... Oh, that's a good idea. I'll let you work that. So that is the challenge. And you guys got to help us tell the legislature to balance this budget in a balanced way. There'll be cuts, but we need to tap the rainy day fund. 100%, in my opinion. It replenishes itself automatically. We don't have to budget for it. Revenue gets spun off of our oil and gas tax revenue to replenish it automatically. I think we should use the rainy day fund. I think it's rainy. We should also thirdly, scrub our tax code and get rid of tax exemptions that cost us billions of dollars and treat one taxpayer better than another. For equity reasons and to save and to raise revenue, we should eliminate the tax exemptions. And we can move on. I'm standing there, I think that's all.
It's a us.
Someone wants me to make sure that you're asked why HB 660 is so awesome.
House Bill 660. It is so awesome because it will bring freedom to brew pubs. It allows them to sell their beer to distributors. It allows Texas companies to take advantage of what today is the fastest growing segment in the beer industry, and that's the craft beer segment of all the beer market. It will make Texans happy because we like good beer, and we're so proud of our state. I bet you like Texas beer, and as long as it's good, it would raise revenue in this time when we're having a difficult time paying for education. And it also will allow these establishments to hire people. People need jobs. And today, a brew pub in California or New Mexico is allowed to sell to Texas distributors that have their beer on our shelves. But our own Texas brew pubs aren't allowed to. So we're trying to change that. Yeah, we have events on education all the time. This is the first time I've ever gotten into an issue of beer. But let me tell you, I think we might reorient our whole focus because we had a rally in San Antonio